Okay. I turned my Bluetooth off. I did, but it was just on and connected to one of my Bluetooths. So I don't know how that happened because I made sure to turn it off and I made a mental note. So I know I did. I swear, Mercury retrograde theme shit has been happening since like yesterday. It's crazy. Like the when hi Patrick, when I created the stream last night, it said that there was an issue, like it couldn't process it, so to retry. So I retried and then it finally went through, but it created two events on Facebook and it created two events on YouTube. So she's got sound. Yes. Yay. Okay, good. I don't know. My phone Bluetooth turned itself back on because I made sure to turn it off. So, hi Wendy. Um I don't know how that happened, but I'm glad. Has it been happening with you too, Wendy? That's crazy. Carol, what in the astrological hell is creating Mercury retrograde type themes? Oh my gosh, how dumb. Hi, Catherine. How are you, beauty? Just getting the whole sound thing down, I guess. That is the weirdest thing because I know I turned my Bluetooth off on my phone. It has. Okay. It's not just me, it's technology has been doing that shit lately. That's crazy. Patrick, I pulled a card that reminds me of you. I'll show you right now since I'm telling you about it so I don't forget. But this dude, I saw that card come out. I was like, that looks like Patrick. I hope he's watching live today so I can tell him it looks like him. um, but it's a good one. The healing stones, tenderness, care, gentleness, and nourishment. So it's all good. How you doing, Jay? Jay started coming down with a sore throat. I warned him last week when we were, communing and yeah. But he's been up on his olive leaf intake, so I think he is definitely getting better much quicker than I did. So let's send Jay all the vibes, the healing vibes, so that his throat heals well. I feel like there's a cat hair on my nose, and so if you guys see me like grabbing at my nose, I feel a phantom cat hair. All right. See, there it is. I'm telling you. Cats, three of them. They produce a lot of hair and it just floats around and I catch it with my nose or my eyelashes and it's yeah. That's one of the joys of having cats is the love sprinkles everywhere get caught up in your nose, your eyeballs, your eyelashes. All right, let's see. Bruh. Okay. We'll begin. Transformation. Shocker, I know. This beautiful black Pegasus is a symbol of transformation. You've gained your wings, baby. And karma. Karma season. Karma is not a bad thing. Karma is cause and effect. So whatever you've sown is what you're reaping. It's just the harvest, and whatever seeds you sow, that's on you. Crikey, man. Okay, I got it. I felt it come off. It was a cat hair after all. I just couldn't find it. Okay, so no longer are you ignoring these opportunities, these signs. It's like you're not allowing these things to pass you by. Okay. So much so that the card just like flew out of my hand onto the floor, and I'm just going to leave it there because we're over that energy. Okay. We are over that energy, no longer being burdened because of things not coming together. We have the Two of Cups in the reverse with that Ten of Wands. So endings and new beginnings. That burden is actually his harvest, okay? Yeah, maybe he should have planted a lighter harvest. Who knows? You know, lighter seeds. Maybe not wands, maybe some beans or something. But here he is shouldering that burden, but it's not really a burden because it is adding to his abundance. It's adding to his well-being. So it's temporarily a lot of work, temporarily a heavy burden, but I get cosmic redirection from whatever hasn't come together, whatever has not come to fruition for you or hasn't come to fruition yet for you. It's all about redirection and cosmic protection. Okay. You do have things coming in. We have that Page of Pentacles. This is an offering, a communication, a letter, an acceptance letter, maybe, or a loan approval, house approval, things like that. Something tangible coming in, something that is going to add to your life experience in a positive way. It is in the upright. And look at that peacock. Check it out. Fancy. Okay. This is luxurious shit. So you are stepping into your luxurious abundance. You've been planting seeds of abundance. You've been holding that knowing and that hope, not in the way of like, I hope it happens, but in the way of, I know this is going to happen. And that gives me hope to continue walking this path. And so you have Death card in the reverse. This is your rebirth. We've been talking about the birth canal. It's a tight squeeze, guys. With Mercury retrograde themes popping up out of nowhere just because nothing's in retrograde, Mercury got to be like, I'll fix that one. So even though difficulties or obstacles or delays might be taking place around you, making you feel like you're imprisoned, like you can't escape this energy, it's just this energy fizzling out. It's got to play out. Energy does not die, it transforms. And this is that transformation, the wands, right? Fire energy, transformation by fire. And that 10 of wands, 10 being the end of cycles, the ending number, okay? Endings and conclusions, but new beginnings as well. So don't sweat the small stuff, even the small stuff that looks like big stuff right now. Continue to walk your path regardless of the evidence that's showing up in your immediate circumstances. Yes, tend to those things, give it only the energy that is necessary to bring solutions or to handle it in whatever way you need to, but stop giving your swords energy, stop giving that overthinking. Okay, do the shadow work, ask those thoughts why they keep showing up, ask yourself why you keep thinking these thoughts. Okay, it's time to reprogram. You know how to do it, you've done it before, you've done it so much up until this point. This is nothing new, this is nothing different, but it feels new, it feels different, it feels like a big thing because this is something that means something to you, something that you are invested in the outcome. So they're saying you're too invested in the outcome, you're too invested in the way you want it to look, and you're too invested in the way it looks now. So you need to take that step back, detach, okay, and reassess, reevaluate, balance those emotions, those thoughts, those triggering, intrusive thoughts. They're only surfacing so you can recognize that they're still there so that you can fully remove that residual energy. This is the point. And that also has to do with karma, cause and effect. That's what's slowing you down in your manifestation, okay? It's karma, it's cause and effect. And not that you deserve this to happen or you've sown seeds for this to happen. It is because the effect of the cause, your cause, is focusing too much on the external circumstances and what they look like. And you're focused on how that looks completely different than the thing you really want, the outcome that you really want. So that is the cause. Now the effects are the manifestation, not coming through to fruition just yet, or even at all. So they're saying, take a step back, take a breather, balance out these energies, have grace with yourself. Okay. Forgive yourself, because you might be a manifestation expert, but this is your one hangup. So you would have grace with anyone and everyone else. Why not with yourself? So unburden yourself. Stop being the one to burden yourself by shaming, by judging, by, oh, I should be so much farther, down this path than I am right now. What's the problem? This just must not be for me. Or, I'm fucking sick of this. I'm just going to go and, go fuck myself somewhere else. I don't know what you're doing. Okay. But have those feelings. They are valid. Okay. If you're like, fuck this, fuck that, I'm done. I'm just going to sit here and be catatonic like a pissed off toddler, then you go right on ahead, baby. You get those emotions out, or you just sit in your, soiled emotions there for a minute. And when you get sick of it, get up, change your ass. All right. And then keep moving forward. See the beauty. Gratitude. The sacred is everywhere. That looks like a vagine portal to me, y'all. This is that divine feminine. And then it's right up there. I don't know. Yeah. That's two dudes. They're twins looking at the vagine portal. All right. They're like, ooh, look how glittery, how grand, how gorgeous. Let's just step right through this puppy. So see the beauty in the portal. I would say like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Because the portal isn't going to be only just all glitzy, glamoury, and golden, so that everyone can see it and everyone's drawn to it and they know exactly what it is, because it's all about your frequency, what you resonate with. Are you aligned to the frequency of that portal? You can't step through the portal unless you're aligned to the frequency. You can't even see it. So it's not going to be, all eyes on me. It's going to be when you're at the frequency to be able to perceive me, then you're welcome to come through, like any divine feminine should, right? But the sacred is everywhere. Have gratitude. Gratitude brings your frequency up. Have gratitude for the having of whatever situation, whatever thing, whatever object, whatever it is, having that thing in your life. When working with the masculine and feminine within yourself, say, I want to manifest this thing, I want to action something, I want to do something to, cause the effect to happen. But with manifestation, we all know it's all about divine inspiration. It's being open with that divine feminine energy to receiving the guidance for that to then communicate to the masculine energy to take that action. Okay. So being in the masculine energy and trying to chase down anything isn't going to work. You have to wait for that divine inspiration, that sacral energy. We have that here. We have sexuality showing up down here. Say, so tap into that sexuality, sacral energy. It does, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be a sexual act in any way, shape, or form in order to tap into that energy. You just need to tap into your creative ability. But also masturbate to manifest, do it with a partner, whatever you want. To If you're doing this with a partner, both of you focusing your intent on the same outcome consciously, okay, at the point of climax or the whole time, whatever you want to do. I don't know, somebody's doing sex magic. So your partner doesn't necessarily need to be aware of it, but for certain things and pertaining to what you're wanting to manifest with this person, their consciousness, their conscious involvement is necessary. So you don't have to say, hey, we're going to go do the thing with this in mind and this is what we need to do. You can have a talk with them about it beforehand. Like if they're closed off to stuff, they don't know what anything like that is or whatever, you can have a conversation with them about it like beforehand, and then it'll be fresh in their field. Okay, so whoever that's for. But see the beauty in everything. See everything around you that you have to be grateful for, and then that gets you into that divine feminine energy of attracting more abundance, more blessings, more things to be grateful for. So it's all about balancing. Absolutely, because you're feminine, you have to be open first with the feminine. The feminine's going to communicate to the masculine side, and then that's where you take that inspired action. The inspiration always comes from that feminine, though, from that void. Find your center, stay true to you, and call it to you. Again, about manifestation. Okay, you are a magnet for whatever it is that you want, need, and desire, because you are God. You're God in a human vessel. Okay, so stop believing otherwise. Your ancestors been telling you ancestral messages right behind that. But harmony, you have to come into harmony within yourself with that masculine, that feminine. It's all about balance. Okay. And if you're wanting to receive, start giving. It doesn't have to be money. It can be your time. It can be your love. It can be thoughts and prayers. It can be a simple smile and a wow, you look like you're glowing to someone at the grocery store or at the gas station or whatever. It's giving someone else something that they didn't have before you encountered them. Okay, so giving abundantly from a space of abundance is going to help you to magnetize more abundance to yourself. Can I help you?
I need to clip my toenails.
You can wait until I'm finished with my podcast.
Okay.
Okay? Remind me after I'm done.
Okay.
I need to clip my toenails. Like, yeah, this is the ideal time. Crikey. Children. Peace and balance. Okay? Come home within yourself. Come back to center. Come back to peace within yourself. It can be easier said than done at times, but it is achievable. Okay. And if you need help, I've got lots of products to help you out with that, with those plant essences. Okay. If you need harmony and balance, you can use some Isis energy, meditation oil, sprays, whatever. I got you. Bath salts, cleanse that shit. Okay. And then infuse yourself with beautiful essences that bring peace. Lavender, I got that one too, baby. So surrender. Okay. Surrender to the divine within yourself. They're so funny, aren't they? Letting go and releasing. We have surrender. So surrender to these thoughts, these emotions that are trying to flow through you. Allow them. Okay. You can't just constantly discard them. You have to allow them, see them. Okay, I see you. You're valid, but we're changing the script here. So exit. Okay. Stage left or stage right. Yeah. That would be stage left. Anyway, surrender. Surrender and flow. Okay. Um, bring peace, bring harmony and balance within yourself. Releasing the past. This came out yesterday too. Emerging, transforming energies transmuted. So you are emerging from this cocoon, you little butterfly soup. You got your wings. We talked about that right when we started the reading with that Pegasus. You've got your wings now. So, yeah, you're going to be a little clumsy with them at first. You might like fall straight to the ground right out the nest, but you're going to get up, you're going to hop around, you're going to flop around, you're going to, get the hang of it, and you're going to soar. So, release the past, release what's weighing you down. You got brand new wings. They're a little wobbly, okay? So, you can't be carrying around all this extra weight. Let it go. Ah, that's so cute. I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I told you, Patrick, with this card in the beginning, the healing stones, tenderness, care, gentleness, and nourishment. And that looks like Patrick. Tell me I'm wrong. But right above this card, we have, with the feminine healing oracle or whatever it's called, healing, restoring back to health. And this is a female and she has wings. This is that divine feminine. So we've got divine masculine, divine feminine. She's on top though, just so you guys know. She came out on top. So healing and balancing the masculine and feminine within yourself, allowing yourself to unfurl those wings, dry those wings, stretch them out, work it a little bit. Is it worth it? Let me work it. So stretch them out. It's okay. Have grace with yourself. If you're not just soaring right away, it takes practice. Okay. I tell my kids this all the time. You're not going to be perfect at something all the time. The very first time you pick it up, you're going to make mistakes and you're going to learn what works and what doesn't, what works best for you. Um, so keep moving forward. Just because you're healed doesn't mean you're not going to make any mistakes. Okay. It doesn't mean that you're not going to stumble a little bit. If this is your path, you're still going to learn, you're still going to stumble, and you're going to learn from those mistakes. And yes, you're still on path. You just stumbled over a big boulder in the road. It's fine, baby. Get up, dust yourself off, and keep walking. Don't shame yourself. Don't be angry and frustrated with yourself and beat yourself up. That's toxic masculine. All right. We got this healed masculine, this divine masculine Rexia. So balance. He looks totally serene. And so does she with her little butterfly wings. Okay. This is coming out of the difficult and painful parts of the healing process and starting to not starting to expand, but starting to recognize the expanse that you've already done, the growth that you've already experienced. This is the energy of looking back on, where you were XYZ ago and where you are now, and really understanding the property. I already had crystal stone. Oh, that's awesome. Just like that card does. That is so cool. I love that, Susan. So be kind to yourself and be kind to others right now. Love in action. Embody love in every moment that you possibly can. All right. And we know love looks a lot different depending on the context, right? Love can look like tough love. Love can look like soft love. Okay. It just depends on what the situation warrants. So act in kindness and love always. Okay. But always stay true to yourself and don't overgive of yourself. Don't give to those who do not appreciate. Okay. Lay it on the altar, hand it over, soften, surrender, and forgive. So whatever mistakes you feel like you made, whatever mistakes you feel like other people made, or traumas they've inflicted on you, whatever it is, lay it on the altar. Okay. It's time to hand that shit over, surrender it, and forgive in the situation. Forgiving does not make it right, does not make it okay, does not mean that, you've forgiven and forgotten and everything's peachy keen. Absolutely not. Forgiveness means that you're letting that shit go so they don't have control over you in your experience anymore. Okay. That's all it means, is just letting it go. So, let it go. Karma will handle that shit. Okay? Remember, karma cards out here. What they've sown, they will reap eventually in this life or any other. It doesn't matter. So let it go. You cannot control everything, every outcome. You can't control what other people say and do. You can't control the decisions that you make. That they make. That's what I meant to say. You can control the decisions that you make. Okay. Yes, you can. You can, all right? I don't know, someone was arguing with me. Support, encouragement, and assistance. You have support. You have divine guidance, and support always. All right. You just have to be open to it. So if you're not seeing it, if you say, oh no, I never get any signs or synchronicities or guidance. I don't know. I don't have any intuition. I don't have gifts. I'm just everyone does everything to me and nobody ever supports me. Then that's because you're creating those circumstances because those are your beliefs. Okay. And you're shutting off your guidance system. You're shutting off your connection to source. That's probably your ass is so salty. All right. Probably exactly why. So ask. Okay, ask your guides, ask your higher self, show me the love and support. Tell the universe, show me how good it gets. Show me all the love and support that I could ever possibly imagine and then some. Okay? And watch the universe show out for you. You have to switch your thought patterns and beliefs, and if you're going to be negative Nancy like that, you're just going to attract negative experiences, and then you're going to have even more to bitch about, and you're going to be like a pig wallowing in the mud. Okay? Enjoy that shit. If that's what you want, do that over there, but none of us want to get your mud on us and your stench. All right. So we're going to be over there. We'll love you from far away. We'll support you and love you from far away, but we're not going to get directly involved with you. Your energy stinks and you've created it yourself. That's why people are repelled from you. Okay. If whoever that is for, I know that's not for like any of you. Maybe you know someone like that and you're conflicted about supporting them when their energy is so off-putting and they're so abusive and negative and sap your energy dry. Let them go. Okay, it's not your job to be Captain Save-A-Ho. You're not going to convince them of something that they're not even open to seeing. Okay, you can talk the most high vibe shit all day at them and they're not going to take in one single iota because their frequency is way down there and yours is way up here. You could scream at them and they would not hear you. Okay. So let it go. Let them rise on their own. And if they don't, that's their own decision. That's their soul's choice and their conscious decision. And you have absolutely zero culpability in that. Okay. Whoever needs to hear that. Here we are back at sex magic. Now we got a partner. I didn't notice that until just now. So if you got a partner, do it. And it doesn't always have to be with a partner, right? But they are talking about co-creation. Perhaps you co-creating with your higher self. If that's the case, if you don't have a partner, please don't go searching for a partner and just settle for anyone just to do some sex magic. All right. Because you don't want spiritual STDs, baby. Spiritual hygiene always. Okay. And I'm not bashing anyone that goes and has casual sex with strangers. Absolutely not. That's your experience. That's your choice. Do what you do. All right. But that's not good manifestation stuff. That's like it'll fizzle out real quick or backfire on you stuff if you're, messing with those kind of energies. Mind your own business. Right. But they're manifesting money. Look, both of them have handfuls of cash. Like, so whether you're manifesting, co-creating with your own higher self or with a partner, you have the support. It's time to get into that sacral energy, that really, delicious and light, happy, fun energy. Hi, Jeffrey. Thanks for joining us, darling. So do that and celebrate that it's already done. We talked about that from the beginning of this reading and is celebrating your manifestations, even if they are not fully in fruition yet, even if it doesn't even look like they're coming to fruition anytime soon. Do it, celebrate it. That's what charges that energy for that manifestation to take shape. Hey, princess. You're embarking on a new journey. Two of Wands. Okay. Walk the walk, baby. Walk the walk. You cannot, you know, say someone's scripting and affirming left and right all over the place. Okay. But in here and in here, they're freaking out. They're upset. They're pissed off. They're, seeing lack everywhere, but they've got this facade, like, oh, I'm so abundant, the universe provides for me all the time. But meanwhile, they're shaking in their little booties because they don't believe in themselves enough. They don't believe in the law of attraction enough, and they blame everything else for their lack when all they're focused on is their own lack. But, you know, facade reasons, they're claiming to be fully abundant. Honey, you can't fool the universe. What you're thinking and what you're feeling are the signals that you're putting out. It doesn't matter what you're speaking. Okay. So you can speak affirmations and script all day long, but if the heart's not in it, if you don't believe it, and if you don't embody that energy, nothing is going to happen. More of the same shit or worse shit will happen. Okay. So walk the walk. And you're walking the walk right on into your 10 of cups. Emotional fulfillment, fortune after difficulty, the rainbow after the storm. This is everything that you want, need, and desire. This is your fulfillment. This is being satisfied. Your cup runneth over. There's bees and butterflies in the card. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but right under them cups and above them. You can't see them that well, but you have to do the work if you're going to get the sweetness. And those butterflies, again, we've had butterflies like all week talking about transformation, about, you know, growing those wings in the butterfly soup and then escaping the cocoon and then stretching them and drying them and then strengthening them so that you can fly. So this transformation, you're already winged, okay? You're a winged creature. You just got to let them dry and flutter about a little bit and you might fall, but that's okay. You're going to get it. And in the way of like manifestations, it could be like, oh, it looks like this situation is starting to manifest. I got the letter, or I got the call, or I got the signs, or whatever it is. But then it's like really slow going and it doesn't seem like anything's happening. And then so you're like, oh, well, I guess it's just not happening for me. Fuck this, blah, blah, blah. But this is that fluttery before you fully master the art of soaring. Okay. So this is that little crash landing before you really get the hang of things with these wings. All right. So stop paying so much attention to the external evidence around you. Can I help you, ma'am?
After you clip my toenails, Halsey, can we go to the restaurant?
Shut my door and please do not interrupt me again. They know better. Seriously. Okay. Kids, man. So stop paying so much attention to the evidence in your external circumstances and just balance those energies, move through it, deal with it, give it as much attention as it needs to be dealt with, and then keep your eyes on the prize. Mami Wata showing up right now with memory, okay? Tap into the waters within and remember a time, whether this life or another, where you were so abundant or you had this thing and it was perfect and you can remember that experience. Memory is like manifestation hack. Okay. So tap into a memory. It doesn't have to be from this lifetime. It can be from another one. Tap into a memory or an energy. Okay. You empathic beings, and embody those frequencies as often as you can. Set, a time once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day. I don't care to do it, right? But don't action it to death, because if you're doing it that much, then that shows that you really don't have that much faith that is working. So you're over efforting. Not a good thing. But at first, to get yourself kind of in the habit of it and just no expectations, this is what I'm doing, getting myself in the habit of being in this energy, and then, trust and taper off and do it whenever your intuition says to do it. But tapping into these energies and bringing them through to conscious thought or memory, okay, is part of anchoring those into this 3D realm, because you are a physical being and you're reaching for these thoughts from the ether or wherever you're getting them, and you're bringing them into physicality by expressing them through the vessel, through the brain. So that is the first part of actually rooting these things. So remember, be careful what you're thinking, reprogramming the thoughts and stuff, because you're anchoring those thoughts in too. Those negative thoughts, those lack thoughts, those whatever, you're anchoring those through the same process. It's just those are those are the ones that, you know, you already have the pattern. You've done it so many times. This factory has produced that same exact item millions of times. So it's got that design down packed. So now it's time to bring through these other ones to reprogram, to start rooting those in the physical realm. Then they start to take tangible shape. Ten of Cups, Six of Pentacles, balance, okay? The playing field being leveled, we talked about that. This is, you know, the scales are coming into balance. You've been in lack for so long, and now you've recognized how to overcome that. So the scales are starting to balance, because them scales are made out of energy, baby. Your energy just been too damn heavy. So now things are coming to into balance. You're being you know, poured into. You're getting reciprocity out of situations, out of relationships. You're starting to become more fulfilled. You're starting to get that, you know, hope in humanity restored type of energy. So it may not be happening for you just yet. It might be about to hit, or you might be already through this and almost to, or already to the fruition of whatever it is. But this is what gets you moving forward, is that balance, is, you know, reprogramming, healing those thought processes, those beliefs, those emotions, any residual, let them go. Okay. Because we're stepping through the other side of the portal. Eclipse season portal is closing now, like right now. So whatever is residual that you need to release before this portal can close and you can fully step into the new experience, that's what's going to happen. So don't worry if you're going to, you know, if you're trying to flap your little butterfly wings and then you run into a tree, it's okay. It's okay, Suzanne. Get up, shake it off, you know, walk around for a little bit, walk it off, whatever you got to do, and then spread them back out and then start to practice again. How is the best way? How is the best process of unfolding and then a flapping? What kind of speed, what kind of pressure do I need to give to it? How do these things work? So it's okay if you get Suzanne. Get up. That tree didn't try to hit you. It was just in the way. All right. So shake it off. Keep your eyes on the prize. Chariot card. I can't stress it anymore. Things are about to get really good. Things are about to pick up in a big way. The chariot cannot move forward until those sphinxes are balanced. There's a dark and a light. Okay. They have to work in harmony. We have the harmony card that showed up here. Okay. Got to work in harmony. Masculine and feminine. Get that shit balanced. It's okay. Hit a tree. You're not Sonny Bono. So you'll be fine. Love you guys. We're just going to hang out and chit chat today because my voice could definitely use a little bit. And we've had some in-depth topics lately. So I thought maybe taking a breather from all of that intense learning might be just exactly what we need. So how are you guys doing? Took a butterfly off the ice cream cake and stuck it in my plant. I love that. That's so cool. You can order butterflies online, which is super awesome. And you can release them in your garden. A lot of people buy them online for like cannabis growing and their natural pest control. Oh, that Four of Wands. That's cute. The Four of Wands was right there. I didn't even see it. Four of Wands, foundations, celebrations. You made it. You stepped through the portal. You guys are welcome. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here and joining me. I truly appreciate your presence. All right. Get my cards put away. What are you guys' plans for the weekend? I'm going to have to drive to town because that's my weekly trip, but I also want to take my car and drive it for a long time. So I'll probably do that tomorrow. But, you know, I always got to go get groceries and stuff because I have a bajillion children. You guys are welcome. Thank you. Okay. So what are you guys planning on doing for the weekend? How have you been liking the topics lately? 79 degrees today. Nice. Lots of weeding and pruning. I did some transplanting with my little seedlings today. I put them in some grow bags. I have some more that I need to do though. I only got about half of them done. So they're still sitting out, getting, just waiting, I guess, for me to transplant them into bigger containers. But I got all my carrots done and my tomatoes, my tomato plants. I got those in some grow bags. So it's starting to happen. And my beans, you guys, I planted those things like 2 weeks ago. Okay. My first little seedlings, I started like 6 weeks ago, right? And my beans are like already this tall. And I know they grow faster, but it's insane how much faster they grew than the other seedlings, just seeing them every single day. So it's really cool to get to watch the growing process indoors because whenever they're outside, like, you'll tend to them and stuff, but I don't know. I think I make a deeper connection because they're indoors. Get some veggie plants. Yes. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like the topics. The farther out of this world, the better, subject wise. Okay. All right. We'll have to go more deep into other out of this world topics. Hubby's playing hooky tomorrow so you can golf. Nice. Oop. Today you spent 3 hours raking your garden. You haven't used it in 3 years? Oh man. That's gonna be fun. I gotta get outside and start planning where I'm going to be placing all of my plants because they're going to have to go out soon. They're all getting so big. I'm running out of space, so I can't start new seedlings. So I want to get them into the grow bags and ready to go outside so that I can have more room to start more sprouts, more seedlings, and, but I got all the stuff that needed to get started done, early enough, I think. Annie has the MRI on Sunday for the plexiform fibroма tumor around her carotid artery. We've had to reschedule twice, expecting significant reduction. Yes. Yes. Everybody, let's also send lots of positive vibes and healing energy for Annie, and calming, okay, because I'm sure that her nerves, her anxiety might get a little triggered with those kinds of things with just going to the doctor. I know a lot, myself included, a lot of people get anxiety with having to go and do things like that. So go Farmer Kristen. Yes. um so yeah, we'll send her some calming and balancing energies as she goes to this appointment and gets great news. That great news, that Page of Pentacles, that's great news. So expect it and know it. I love it. The worms did their pooping. Yeah. I have so many worms in my yard, like not all over because a lot of it's really dense, like river rock and hard dirt. But around my shed, there's tons of worms. You like my kids go out and dig just a small little area and they get so many worms and I love it. I keep it a little worm heaven over there, so that they can do their thing and till up my soil and get all their yummy worm poopy nutrients all up in there. Hey Steph, I didn't know you were in here yet. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, thank you. Oh man. So yeah, my sunflowers, they're doing pretty good. I've got tomatoes. I started watermelons, and those are starting to sprout already. I have a couple that are like an inch or two tall, and then a couple that are still breaking through the soil in their little pods. I'm really excited about those too. And I got zucchini, cucumbers. Those are like in the sprouting phase. They're about to break through, but you can see the soil starting to lift up. And what else do I got? I can't remember. There's so much. I have the little the trays, you know, the seed starter, they're little pods or trays, I don't know, but they come in like an 8-pack, so you can do 8 little seedlings, and I have a bunch of them. And I just write with Sharpie on the sides of the little, they're like made out of peat or cardboard or something, I don't know, recycled paper, but it's organic. I don't know. I got it organic. But I write in Sharpie on the sides of those what they are because I forgot to get popsicle sticks and I keep forgetting. Watermelon, yes. I've got 3 different kinds of watermelon. So I'm gonna have the little tiny sugar baby ones and then 2 other varieties of bigger ones. So I'm gonna try out my watermelon growing skills this year. I do have a lot of variety, Wendy, and I still have more stuff that I want to plant. So that's why I'm trying to rotate them out of because I have clear plastic containers for like a mini green room, you know, for my little seeds so they can have their own little ecosystem in there. And it's really, really helpful with sprouting them. They're just healthy immediately. Almost all of my seeds sprout. I haven't had many failures in like, there's a couple of pods that didn't sprout anything, but that's it. So, yeah, I've been doing that. Now I need to not recycle, but you know, get the little seedlings into their bigger pots so I can start some new babies. I think you can put those in the ground with your seedlings and thing. Just have to cut each square. Yeah, they start to they're biodegradable, so they just start to kind of fall apart in the soil. They do drink a lot of water, but I don't have to pay for water. I don't pay for water here because I don't own the land. It's an RV park, so the water system, it's all shared by everyone. There's no way to section it off. So, and we don't have like a water meter or anything for each house because that wouldn't work with the setup. It's ancient. So yeah, I don't have to pay for water. I can use as much as I want. And it rains here pretty good, so you're welcome, Susan. Yeah, I don't like being poked with needles or having to sit still, so I get that. And for a kid, you know, it's yeah, it can be stressful, it can be overwhelming, definitely overstimulating for sure. So we'll just send her lots of calming and healing, loving energies. Anyone else got their gardens going? I know Kara does. But Kara's a busy, busy lady. She's working. Wendy was out in her garden the other day. It's time to get into those seed sowing energies and growing. I talk to my seedlings all the time. My carrots. So I put some of my carrots in a grow bag probably too soon, right after they started, you know, they got like a couple inches tall, just so I could start new seedlings. And then Lyra got in the grow bag and laid on top of them and killed all of but one. So, yeah, I've made some mistakes and I've learned from those. Work on the garden soon. More removing overgrowth. Yeah. Soon on the garden there too, Patrick. Awesome. Let's get our green thumbs going. We can start posting pictures of our gardens or of our little plants in the group. Yeah, Steph, you have way too much to do. But it would pay off for you being a vegetarian and having your garden. That would definitely pay off. The weather's finally getting warm. It is here too, but it's been kind of chilly. We have some storms moving through, so we've had a little bit of rain and a little bit of cold. So we're not out of the danger of overnight freezes, which is why I have to keep all of my babies inside the house for now. Seedling is brushing its teeth and getting ready for bedtime. Your human sprout. I love that, Lisa. Oh my goodness. My neighbor's home, yay. Well, guys, you know, it hasn't been even an hour yet, but I think that I'm ready to get some rest. I've been pretty busy. Oh, I've done some work on my website too. Um, there was a problem with the free shipping showing up, so I got that fixed. So if you guys were trying to get on there and order something and it was still trying to charge you for shipping, that remedy has been applied, so you won't be running into that issue anymore. I do have sales running on all of my serums. The hair serum and the skin serum both are now available for purchase on my website. They are $55 per 2-ounce bottle, but they are buy one get one half off right now. So, and they're made with high quality oils, of course. The essential oils that you guys know that I use, if you know, most of you have experienced my products already, but I use for the hair serums and the skin serums, I use things like argan oil, like rice bran oil, all of the good things for your hair and for your skin that promotes hair growth and skin health, all the way from dry, you know, itchy skin to cystic acne. Um, very, very healing oils for the skin. And then the meditation oils, Isis and Osiris meditation oils, are also buy one, get one half off. And then my rollerball fragrances are buy three, get one free. So um, all of those deals are available to everyone internationally as well. The free shipping only applies to US for domestic shipping at this time. But yeah, I wanted to get everything out there. I want to get the products out there and start getting some stuff out so that I have more room to start creating some new things, because I've got some new products that are um, I'm about ready to create, but I need space. So I'm going to be releasing some new products soon, and I need to create space. So if you've been wanting to or needing to re-up on any of my products, now is definitely the time. It is going to be really cost effective for you. And like with the hair and skin oils, it might sound expensive for a 2-ounce bottle, but you only use 4 to 5 drops each time. So it actually is amazing value. Um, what else? Oh, and if you want to pay in payments, you can use Afterpay with my website. And for my services, Afterpay does not apply to the services yet, but I am going to create a like an item, okay, a category for item in for my website for booking hypnosis sessions. So you can book a hypnosis session and pay in the payments, but you and I will have to, you know, email or message back and forth on scheduling, because for some reasons Afterpay doesn't work with services on Square just yet. So to make those services available to you guys with a payment plan option, that's what I'm going to do. So that is something that I'm going to be doing tonight and tomorrow, to get those services available on my website so that you can pay in payments. And I am not doing private readings right now. Um, I've got a lot that I'm trying to juggle, but we're going to see when I can start incorporating those back into my scheduling too. So yeah, check out my website. It's on my profile on Facebook, but it's rebelspirithealing.square.site if you are interested in purchasing anything. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for sticking around. Thanks for hanging out with me and supporting me all the time. I truly love you guys. Please give me like, share, subscribes to help get my visibility up. It has been dwindling a little bit. And I know that a lot of you guys, like Susan, Sonia, like Holly, always, you guys are always sharing my stuff. I love and appreciate you so much for that. Everyone else, please bump it up a little bit. I would appreciate it so much. I give so much of my time and love to this that I want it to reach as far as it can. And I am focused on building my social medias now. I just had to get sturdy footing. All right. So I love you guys so much again. I will see you guys on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, and 9 p.m. British summertime with some kind of amazing topic, I'm sure. I will keep you guys posted as to what that is. I will schedule that Saturday night so you guys know what is in store for Sunday. Thank you so much, guys. Take care of yourselves. Have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you again on Sunday. Mwah.